The Bitcoin price is absolutely exploding to the upside. How high will it go? How long could it last? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. Bitcoin has seen and found this new local support region right on top of the purple box, which if you are subscribed here, you would know. I've been pointing it out over the past several streams that this line in the sand here, this area of confluence, which we've seen forming from all the way back in May of 2019, has yet again acted as another level of staunch support here, which now the bulls are taking control of, looking to potentially create a new higher high for the first time since our blow off top at 14,000. So ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do here today is examine this action we're seeing inside the chart right now. Does this look sustainable? Does it look like we may actually have a high probability to see further explosive upside action from here on out? Let's look at it. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice, these are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Now, clearly, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen what appears to have been a double bottom test turned into a W-shaped reversal pattern. Now I'm going to switch over to the line chart here, as it is a better depiction, in my opinion, of what we're looking at. Okay, so if you are subscribed here, you would know I was pointing out a series of confluences here. All right, so we had the price action creating new lower lows here on the 4-hour chart. We were creating these lows here while also diverging on the RSI with higher lows to the upside, and on the MACD with higher lows to the upside there as well. Classic. Also here on the 4-hour, we were creating a series of higher lows on a more macro perspective, dating back to our essentially near our macro low here around the $6,700 region, right? Creating a series of higher lows on a more macro perspective there as well. Let's get this crypto. So upon this, ladies and gentlemen, although you guys know, if you are subscribed here as well, I am still a little bit weary about the overall trend right now, the macro trend still potentially being bearish, which we'll discuss. But you guys would know that I pointed out that I couldn't overlook this potential bullish confluence here, right? So I do want to show you guys, I did wind up setting up a long trade for myself right there with all of those confluences taken into account. You can read them all there. That was my VIP update that I posted for my personal trade idea that I posted. And you guys can see that right now I have been in a long position since 8,288. Currently, I've moved my stop loss up from the post there. You could see I was only willing to risk a little bit less than 2% originally, but now I have moved my stop loss up to break even. I'm sitting in an absolutely juicy profit right now, tentatively looking to ride this bad boy as long as she'll let it ride, and then I'll essentially look for profit taking opportunity as the trend moves up, which I will keep you updated with my profit taking in VIP as well. Let's get this crypto. Okay, just wanted to show you guys my trade there. Now, that being said, look at where we're coming up upon right now. Bitcoin is absolutely at a point where if we get through this micro cluster of potential resistance here, my friends, I do believe that there is a probability that's more so leaning more bullish than not if we can get above where we're essentially at right now, if Bitcoin can consolidate around the $8,800 region, this would be the first time in a long time that Bitcoin could actually look to create a new higher high, in my opinion, right? Now, what you'll notice here is this series of lower highs has just been continuous now for, roughly around 6 months. I mean, it is what it is. It's just been a series of lower highs. And if Bitcoin is able to eclipse this prior peak right here, we'd actually have to go to the candlestick chart for the actual high. It's more so around 9,200. But if Bitcoin can get up above where we're at right now and consolidate here using this tentative resistance region to flip it into new support, consolidate, and look to go, my friends, this could be the first higher high creation that we've seen in Bitcoin in 6 months, which would, in my opinion, be inherently bullish. Let's get this crypto. So things to take into consideration here are that still we are below, if we flip on our moving averages, we still are right now, let's get to the daily chart, not the weekly. We still are right now below this 200-day moving average, but you could see it's converging right down into this area, ladies and gentlemen. Here on my chart, it's at around 8,900 right now. So if Bitcoin is to test here, consolidate, and get through, well, my friends, we would then be breaking this 200-day moving average, which has been such a leading indicator in terms of trading above it. We've been in a bullish environment. Trading below it, we've been in a bearish environment. I mean, it's just been classic textbook of what you'd be looking for from this indicator. If we can get above there, while also have back tested this old historic region of macro support within the $6,000 range, while then also, my friends, here on the regular chart, not the logarithmic, the regular chart, essentially testing this 0.618 golden Fibonacci retracement level, right? Without ever getting to the 786, it's the 618, then creating a new higher high, getting above the 200-day moving average. If we switch over to the weekly, potentially beginning to start closing candle bodies above this 21-week moving average here as well, which has also been a prominent and leading indicator throughout Bitcoin's history. My friends, this could wind up being the point in the trend where things could begin to get a little bit more bullish than not. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but here, in my opinion, I've been stating it for several weeks now, that the tides could be turning here, right? This may be the point where we saw essentially an inverse head and shoulders, a triple bottom, right? Turned into then a rip through this purple box, right? I just want you to follow along here, ripping through the purple box, which when trading below it, the purple box would be tentatively looking to be acted as a resistance. When trading above it, you'd hope it acts as support. We broke through that resistance, back tested it, have, at least for the time being, tentatively created it as a new support now, bullish from what you'd be looking for. And if we are now to get through this micro resistance level here, consolidate and get above the 200-day to a new micro/macro higher high, ladies and gentlemen, Don Carbonaccio may start to be looking at this market from a more bullish perspective than not. And I'm sure by now, all the moon boys, oh, Kirby, you've been bearish for 6 months, Kirby. It was 6 months. Yes, little James, Don Carbonaccio has been bearish for 6 months because the trend has been bearish for 6 months. Stunad. And if this is going to wind up changing here, you best believe that when these moon boys step into the house that Don Carbonaccio built, listen, they can either like it or they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. So, just to recap here before we move forward now into potential targets and things of that nature from my perspective. A short position, right, from this last cluster here, there was certainly confluence, the 200-day moving average, the test up into this old support/resistance cluster that could have acted as that. We also, on the Fibonacci, we had a target here, I believe, right? Yes, it was essentially looking like we could have tested up to this 0.786 Fibonacci. There was a lot of confluence in this range for a short position there. But now, my friends, this zone here really is looking like shorts are beginning to close. We are beginning to see a potential shift right now that we're trading above 8,700. If we flip on our Heikin-Ashi candles, we can see right here at the bottom, well, up at the top, right? This is classic textbook. Green, 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 all the way up. Red, doji. And then what do you know? Whoopsies. The trend goes right down. Then, my friends, at the bottom, green doji. Whoopsies. Trend begins to go up now, my friends, right? Potentially furthering the upside action. When you're looking at these Heikin-Ashis, they're momentum indicators, right? Doji, indecisive, potential trend reversal, reversal. Down here at the bottom, red, red, red momentum. Doji, potential trend reversal, reversal. My friends, right now, this is looking quite promising here, in my opinion. So now let's discuss the macro. We'll look at the weekly time frame as well. We'll look at the monthly as well, which I don't do usually. And let's discuss, do the Moon Boys have some sentiment here? Or may this just in fact be a one-way trip to Wrecked City for average Joe and dreams at the water cooler? Let's dive in and analyze, okay? But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. All right. And I didn't mention earlier, but if you do want to see all of my trades for this exact range, ladies and gentlemen, just like this alert that you're seeing here on your screen, that is what I post around the clock 24/7 in VIP. I post all of my trade setup ideas, entries, exits, targets, etc., all of it in real time for you. As the moves are happening, as I'm setting up my positions, I post it all for you there. If you are not already in my VIP, ladies and gentlemen, sheesh. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Okay? Now, moving forward, we're going to get to the macro trend here now. All right. So if we're looking at these targets here, in my opinion, let's go back to we'll go back to our candles here. If we are, right, this is all hypothetical now, to get above this yellow line around 8,700, roughly we need to consolidate around 8,800, right? And if we get above there, and then above the 8,200 region, getting tongue-tied. If we get above the $8,800 region, consolidate, then get above the 200-day moving average, right? This, my friends, would start to look like a very potentially bullish scenario here, especially if a new higher high comes in, right? If this entire cluster here, which is not really asking for too much in my opinion, if this gets taken out here, the next zone of interest for me certainly becomes the 9,400 to 9,700. We'll call it 10,000. 9,400 to 10,000 really becomes the area of interest for me here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll actually use a rectangle to get this drawn here, right? So what we can see here is that, again, there has been a very staunch resistance ceiling that's been built here, right? And it was actually our rejection point for this 40% candle to the upside in less than 24 hours time. That's where we got rejected and then capitulated down into the $6,000 region for the first time. So if we are to get up here, it would look somewhat like a classic bull flag, testing up into this potential resistance ceiling. And this is the line in the sand for me here. If we are to get rejected here at this region, I mean, I think we could kiss the bull market goodbye. That's just my opinion there, speculatively, that if we get rejected there, it would be a massive macro double top, right? Look, we'd have this top here, and oof, that could get very, very ugly in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. But the shorting opportunity from there could be excellent as well. And you guys know if there is short opportunity to be had, that I will be looking to potentially crush it to the best of my ability. And I will be keeping you updated with all of my positions in VIP. Let's get this crypto. So if it does wind up actually getting rejected there, the trading opportunity will likely be very, very juicy there as well. Let's get this crypto. But for me, that's really the line in the sand where we're either going to get rejected here, and then that's it, or if we get through, I mean, if we get through and consolidate essentially up, around 11,000, my friends, I mean, that to me looks like one gigantic macro bull flag with consolidation above an old resistance ceiling. I mean, that's pretty much as textbook bullish as it gets, in my opinion. And from that point forward, it would be incredibly difficult for me to continue to look for macro downside action rather than macro upside action at that point. And that is when we may begin to see explosive fireworks and price action at that point. If we are to get up there, let's get this crypto. But right now, the action does look quite promising. As I've stated, we saw all those divergences, ladies and gentlemen, which led to this breakout, right? Sure, we may see another rejection at some point, as now the intraday RSI is getting a little up there, MACD momentum getting a little bit up there, but it doesn't matter, really. All I want to see is that we get up here and consolidate above 8,800, right? That's it. The pullback is expected. I just hope that the support is built around 8,800, right? Let's get this crypto. Either way, right now, the trend does look like it could be a point where we're beginning to change, right? Where we've now found this support around this box instead of using it as resistance as we did all down here, right? You guys see that when I look at these markets, right? It's not so much looking at it, oh, you just want to be bearish, Kirby. It's not that I want to be bearish, little James. It's that we were seeing that the old support was now acting as new resistance, trading underneath the 21-week moving average, trading under the 200-day moving average. This was a very nasty, bearish-looking macro range, right? Doesn't matter if you longed down here or not. Oh, Gary, you didn't long here. You longed here. Little James, this was not an area of a high probability long trade, in my opinion, trading underneath this. Sure, it worked out, but now I'm seeing more potential confirmations come in. For me, a play like getting long right here, with all of that confluence, that is what the type of trades that I'm personally looking for. Not, some hopium, Kirby, we're going to all-time highs. These moon boys, ladies and gentlemen, they're degenerates. They've lost their mind. Off the rails. We're going to all-time highs, said Crazy James. Going to all-time highs, said Crazy James. Let's go. And when these moon boys say, oh, it's on all-time high, Kirby, they just need to chill their giblets just a little bit, my friends, because the thing is that although this all looks promising, keep in mind that this looked bearish down here. Didn't have to be, but it was still macro bearish overall, in my opinion. We still could be macro bearish overall if we do not get above this $10,000 region and consolidate. This could be one of the most massive double top scenarios of all time if it is in fact to occur. Let's get this crypto. Either way, right now, you need to have a plan. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Don Carbonaccio does not fail to plan. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, like I've stated, I'm in a long position right now. I'm going to be monitoring that position, potentially looking to add to my position, subtract from my position, take profit, look for potential shorts if we get too high, right? So for me right now, a lot of potential action is ready to occur here. I'm going to be looking to trade it to the best of my ability. I'm going to keep you all updated exclusively in VIP with every single trade setup idea that I have, every plan that I formulate, every strategy that I plot. All of it will be posted exclusively for you all in VIP. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. And my friends, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up. Smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. My friends, I'm just going to leave you on this note, all right? I'm going to leave you with this. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, who longed the bottom before these candlesticks grew oh so tall? And that mirror looked right back and said, oh, ding dang, it was you. Been waiting to pull that one out of the hat for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're looking at here is definitely More action to come, in my opinion, as we are pushing upon these critical levels right now. I can only be here on YouTube once per day, but in VIP, I do post around the clock 24/7 as I make my trades, make my entries, set up my trades, etc., etc. So, guys, I will see you all in VIP right now. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. If you haven't already, moon the likes, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. I'll see you all in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. I'll see you in VIP right now. Curbs.